All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier iHypnosis life healer coach and your personal guide. As I was getting ready to record this pod, I was reminded of the conversations that we had earlier today in our community, and I thought, what better than to share that with you today, and of course, also to ask you, as a fellow healer coach or a healer and a coach that you are on your journey, when you think about the work that you do, what is it that you obsess over, and what is it that you think about a lot? There's, of course, a distinction between obsessing over and, of course, thinking a lot. But let's just kind of maybe club the two together for today's discussion. So, given the fact that we are today living in a world where, even as coaches and healers, it is quite competitive, if that's how you look at it, there's definitely a lot more of us that are doing this work, which is always a good sign because it implies that there are more people out there that want more people like us. And so as you start to think about this in terms of being able to make a difference in other people's lives, there are two questions to really think about. One is, what is it that you think a lot about? And what is that one main thing that you're missing? And so as you start kind of reflecting it back into, these two questions, something that I have noticed of late is that it's not so much about, this is my opinion, it's not so much about, chasing the numbers. It's not so much about the business side of what you're building, as much as, if you really think about it, it's the people. So as a healer and a coach, the more you're willing to actually think about the people that you're working with, the people that you're making a difference for, and the people whose lives you are affecting, that really is the metric that I use. So my question to you, of course, is that, as a healer, as a coach, what is the metric that you use when you're reflecting on the success of your business, the success of your work that you do as a healer and a coach? And so if I had to sort of summarize it, in the context of today's topic, three things to really consider. One is, what do you obsess over, right? And the second thing, of course, is that, how often do you focus on the people that you're actually thinking of, the people whose lives you're intending to make a difference in? And lastly, when you think about the work that you're doing and the legacy that you're possibly leaving behind, what is really going to be the most important part? And in my opinion, if you're really making it everything to do and everything to be about people, everything to be about the impact that will be left in people's lives, that is really what makes all the difference. So just another reminder, one more time, that in this work that we're doing, if you catch yourself obsessing over people's metrics, whether it is their followers, whether it is the likes that they get, or even for that matter, any other metrics, let's say the awards that they're winning. Yes, it is nice to receive awards. It is definitely gratifying to receive awards. But beyond that, what is most important is that, when you really think about it, it boils down to the impact that you are having, the impact that you are creating in their lives. So just something to really consider in the work that you're doing as a healer and a coach. And that's something that even I make it a point to remind people in my community that it really is about leaving and creating and leaving an impact in others' lives. As healers and coaches, it's about you being able to go out and create that impact in others' lives. So as always, these pods are made keeping you in mind, just as a reminder that you're not alone on this journey, and that together, as we travel this world, and together as we make and continue to make that impact in other people's lives, that really is what would be your legacy. Having said all of that, of course, as always, remember to live your purpose. God bless, and of course, I'll be back with another one. For those of you keeping track, we are now counting down to our retreat that's happening on November 14th, 15th, and 16th. So if you haven't already registered, do come join us and experience the power of being together in the same space. And I really do look forward to having you in our midst so that you can also experience the power of community. Take care, God bless, and of course, I'll see you in the next one.